So how do you market deep tech, and at what point do you like to be brought into the process?
Yeah, well, deep tech is tricky because of the fact that there's quite a long time to get to market, but at the same time, that doesn't mean you don't have to make decisions. So quite often I get involved. So I am a mentor on quite a lot of the university programs. I say quite a lot, I mean a handful, which is more than enough. I look back and realize I'd done something like 45 mentoring sessions in the last 6 months. So I feel like I'm as, so I do the Northern Triangle, which is Leeds, Manchester and Sheffield, a lot of their spin outs. And then I help with Deep Tech Labs, which is down in Cambridge. So I'm a mentor for those. But the challenging thing, the most challenging thing about deep tech is that you can, because it's a technology, not a product. So you've gone from science to technology. You then need to go to product. And so the most complicated thing is that I talk to all these people and A, they think they've got all the time in the world. Well, you actually don't. You still need to make some decisions. And B, they go, the worst line that I can hear is, oh, we're agnostic. And I'm like, oh, no, let's not be. You can't go to market with something agnostic. So it's really about making decisions. So with the best, love in the world.
What do they mean when they say we're agnostic?
They mean, well, I'll give you an example. So my mate Rob, who is one of the lead spin outs that I mentored last year, and he won't mind me saying this, I hope, because I've said it to his face. They've got this really sexy plastic, right, which when you stretch it, it gets stronger instead of weaker, which is really quite sexy. And they say things like, well, and to be fair, they're raising money now and they fixed all this, by the way, in case anyone's listening. But originally, it was kind of like, well, look, we've got so many applications. We can be on the leading edge of wind turbine blades and we can be used in foldable mobile phone screens. And I'm going, not in the same sentence, you can't. So it's about picking a beachhead market, which is kind of like where we're going to get started, where we're going to get traction. And the beachhead market is, well, what applications and products can we do that, the beachhead market has to be, big enough to be interesting, but small enough to get in and get traction. So again, with, sort of saying, it's like years ago, people say, oh, I just need to sell to Nokia. And I'm like, yeah, but that's like an all or nothing bet on your company at that point. What's a beachhead market where it's, small enough to get your foot in, but big enough to be attractive? And so with deep tech, a lot of it is about going, okay, whoa, we've got this wonderful technology. And yes, you could use it in 14 different ways, but let's look at those 14 ways. Let's narrow it down to a short list of, say, 5. Then let's look at those 5 in more detail. Let's figure out where we think we really are going to get some traction. Let's focus on, one and then sort of a couple of others underneath that and see which one, plays off first.